What's up, everybody? It's Couch Thoughts here again from a couch. I'm Rocky Persinger. With me, as always, Brent Pickens. What's up, Brent?
What's up, Rock?
You know, we had it's a kickoff week here. It's a first time in a long time we had wrestling.
Yeah,
we call it wrestling.
Yep.
Back on TNT.
Monday Night Wars are back.
Wednesday Night Wars.
Wednesday Night Wars are back.
But guys, it's AEW Dynamite. And we're going to do, this video is going to be a little recap of week one, what we thought. First episode, filmed in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
We'll be going to the episode in Charleston, West Virginia. I think it's the fourth episode.
I think so.
Here, it's the last one before the next pay-per-view.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool. We're going to be able to see that, so that's pretty awesome. But
and that's going to be for me anyway, that will be the first time I actually went to Charleston to watch a wrestling venue since '95. I think '95. It's funny actually. It was me, Bobby, Lindsay, Todd. We went and watched.
That's Brent's family.
Yeah, my family. Know. For everybody who don't know, we went and watched Monday Night Nitro.
Nitro, yeah.
And big Rey Mysterio fans, and like it.
Oh,
it was
Ray.
Awesome.
Ray was my biggest favorite wrestler growing up. I think just because of the WCW versus NWO video game.
Yep.
Me and my friend, we had the tag title was Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman.
Oh yeah.
And then we would beat it with somebody else just so we could go back and beat it again with Mysterio and Kidman. So, but guys, AEW Dynamite Night 1. Overall, I thought it was a pretty decent show.
It really was.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty decent. It actually ended up, Brent was telling me before this, it killed NXT in the ratings.
It really did. I think NXT had like 880,000 viewers. AEW had 1.4 million.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it's just one show, but that is huge.
Yeah, I mean, that's, it's almost double, really.
And NXT's been around a while. They
haven't been on TV, I don't think, really, but they have been around. They've been in different like time slots and stuff,
right.
But they moved them to Wednesday night
to
compete with AEW Dynamite, but it's no competition, really.
No.
Overall, I did think it was a really good show. AEW, I do have a couple criticisms, of the show. I wish they would get a little bit more story based.
Yeah.
They kind of, they're kind of attempting. Me and Brent were talking about this last night. The WCW thing where they have an interview.
Yep. After the match, and the only problem I have with that is that right now seems to be it's only one show in. I understand. Right. That seems to be driving their story, and I don't know if I like I like promos and stuff. They're not doing a lot of promos. It's mostly 2 or 3 times last night. They did have, it have. I was telling Brendan it happens one of 3 ways, right? The wrestlers stick around after every match, and they either shake hands and they're good. Yep.
They shake hands and someone betrays them.
Yeah.
Or they just straight up get jumped in the middle of the interview.
Yeah.
And that's what's driving the story. That's kind of what the storylines are about right now. So yeah, I wish that was a little more, but it is the first episode, so I'm giving them a little grace period here just to see they can get their feet under them, because the talent is there.
Oh yeah.
Some of these matches last night,
they have loads of talent.
Yeah. So the talent's there. I'm looking forward to that. They did have some good matches last night. But Brent, just first, overall, your thoughts of the whole show?
I really liked it. For a first episode, I thought it. To me, it had the WCW feel.
It did have the feel.
And hearing Tony Schiavone,
that's the best part.
To me, I think of TNT. I think of Nitro, and that is the voice.
Yep.
That's the voice that I remember from my childhood. And to bring Jim Ross into it, like both of them commentate. I mean, to me that was a really high point for me, because I don't think there's 2 better commentators in the business.
There's not, man.
And like Rocky said, they have so much talent. And my only
problem with it toward the end. I kind of felt like for a second, and they may not be going this route, but the way it ended, I felt like they were trying, Jericho's trying to start like an NWO type thing. And I hope that they don't try to do that.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a faction, that's fine, but don't, I was telling Rocky, I went back and watched some old WCW stuff. And basically everybody was in the NWO. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So there's like 40 people on the roster, 38 of them are in the NWO.
Yeah, so I hope they don't go that route.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they will. But that's my only thing to really, that I did, it was like, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
But for a first episode, I thought it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought they did pretty good. Other big complaint though, didn't have my boys in there.
They did not.
No Luchasaurus, no Jungle Boy.
They'll be there next week though.
They will be there next week. I think the tag tournament's starting next week. It should anyway, because Charleston, West Virginia, the show we're seeing, it's going to be the conclusion of the tag, and then they're going to have the tag team champ belt at the next pay-per-view, which I forget what it's called. Full Gear.
Full Gear.
Yep, Full Gear. So at Full Gear, they'll have that. So it's pretty cool. We're going to be able to see that. But yeah, overall, so we're just going to go match by match here. Just give a quick impression of the matches. Brent's got the list on his on his phone.
The opening match was Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't bad. I did expect. They stretched it out long enough to give Sammy Guevara to, I guess, make him look good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can make him look good. I was telling this was a low light in the show for me.
Yeah,
was Sammy Guevara. People were booing him.
Yeah.
He wasn't really trying to come off as a heel.
No,
he wasn't. Like, if you watch the pre-match interviews, he wasn't really trying to come off as a heel, but he just kind of did.
Yeah.
I just didn't like him. I don't like his stupid panda hat.
I just don't. To me, he don't. Well, first of all, the match went on like 10 minutes longer than it should have.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't think he had any business being in there.
He doesn't belong in the ring with Cody Rhodes.
No. And
sorry
to make it last as long as they did, he took a shot from Brandy Rhodes with the heel of her shoe, and he kicked out, and I'm like, is this guy really this tough? I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not sure what they were trying to do, and then toward the end, he was. I don't know. I don't care for him.
Don't care for him, man. Hopefully he can have some matches in the future. I feel like, though, just throwing him in there with Cody Rhodes, they're trying to put the kid over.
Yeah.
Just being with Cody Rhodes, but it made it apparent that he doesn't belong in the ring with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and his nickname's the greatest ever.
Or he calls himself the greatest ever, whatever the heck that is, man. I don't know.
No.
Couldn't get into it. So overall, the match was okay. Cody carried it. Cody won in the end. And
this is another thing. Toward the end, they did the whole... He shook his hand.
Yeah.
And
the kid shook his hand, and then here comes Jericho.
Yeah. Jericho jumped Cody, and then that guy just turned and walked away.
Oh, but I gotta say though, too, for someone who just left their title belt in a Longhorn Steakhouse, Jericho was pretty loose with that belt.
Yeah, he left without it again.
He left the match again.
You know what this reminds me of is WWE in the Attitude Era when Crash Holly was the hardcore champ.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
Because he was always forgetting his belt places. he trying to get in a taxi and leave it on the roof.
Leave it on the roof.
So, it's just... Come on, Jericho.
Jericho did have a little bit of the bubbly shirt on.
Yeah, I did see that.
Bubbly.
I did see that.
A bit of the bubbly. You gotta love that, man. All those memes that came out of that, it's crazy. But yeah, so then Jericho comes out, and then You know, so well, we got our next match there.
The next match was MJF. He took on Brandon Cutler.
No, so this was a weird match, man.
It was.
This was a very weird match. To me, it looked like Brandon Cutler got hurt.
Yeah.
Which kills me because they had a big story on the YouTube thing, the lead up, and I think they might have showed it again last night. But it was talking about how he came up with the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks were able to give him. He hadn't wrestled in a long time. Or he took a break, and then now he's back in the Indies, and the Young Bucks were able to offer him a contract with AEW, and it's been like this weird thing. The dude was crying, you know, when he got the contract, like he was really emotional about it. And then I haven't seen anything about this on Twitter yet, but I think he went out in the first match and hurt himself.
Pretty sure, because the way they ended the match, and I mean, he was up on the turnbuckle when and he just fell down.
Yeah.
And, you know, so it really did look like it. But I will say, this MJF guy.
Yeah. I like MJF.
He's going to be a really good heel.
Yeah.
Because, like, his little catchphrase he has.
He's got the catchphrase, I'm better than you.
And you know it.
And you know it, yeah.
And, like, everybody hates him, and he's going to be a really good bad guy.
They got the weird thing, like, with Cody, though, where he actually didn't betray Cody.
Yeah.
But then at the end of this show, he wasn't really on Cody's side at the end of this show.
No.
He was kind of in Jericho's little faction there.
It was.
And Jericho's faction was beating the crap out of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
I didn't see MJF coming to his defense. But
it's going to be interesting. But I think he's going to be a huge star in AEW.
Yeah. And I wish I would have got to see more of Brandon Cutler. He kind of, you know, he slipped off the top turnbuckle. It looked like to me he hurt his left knee.
Yeah.
Because as soon as that happened, MJF come over, hit a finisher on him. He tapped.
Yeah.
And it was over. So I think there was some sort of communication between him and the ref. I think it was Hebner, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. And there was some sort of communication there between them, and they just, okay, we got to end this. I just hurt myself.
Yeah.
So hopefully nothing serious. I haven't seen, nobody's mentioned it.
Yeah.
Nobody's mentioned it on Twitter. I haven't seen anything about it. I haven't seen an injury report. I haven't seen anything. But I hope he's okay. Because, you know, just his story and everything, how he came up. That was really cool.
That's pretty cool. Then we got Pac. He took on Hangman Adam Page.
I can't get behind Pac.
Well, I will say this. This is another guy that was in WWE, and he was not utilized.
He was not.
They put him in the 2-0 Live because he's a high flyer. Well, 205 Live, which is the cruiserweight division.
Yeah, he's also a big guy.
He's a big guy, and I mean the stuff he can do, like his high risk maneuvers and stuff, is crazy.
Yeah, he's very technical. I'll give him. You know, he is. But
so I do think it's cool that AEW is using him, you know, the right way. And I'm gonna go out on a limb to say I think he's going to be in line for a title shot really soon.
Well, you know, he's beat a couple people now.
Yep. Well, he beat Omega.
He beat Omega, and he's beat Hangman Adam Page.
Yep.
So, you know, I mean, those are two of the biggest stars in the whole thing.
Yeah.
So they are setting him up for a title shot. I just don't know what his character is. I want to get more character out of him.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him cut a promo or not cut a promo. You know, like.
See, I wonder if there's something to that, because in WWE, I never saw him really cut a promo.
Yeah.
I mean, he talked a little bit, and you know, he was trying to be a bad guy, but
maybe he's not good on the mic. I don't know. He just kind of he's almost like a Goldberg type character here.
Yeah,
he doesn't say anything. He just comes out.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
You know, Shivani calls him a bastard, and JR like gets all pissed off, even though his name is the Bastard Pack.
Yeah, I mean that's his Twitter handle.
It's really that Shivani calls him that, and then JR's like, "Well, you don't got to call the man a bastard." And, I don't know. At least it's not Alex on the desk.
Yeah.
JR did not like whoever that Alex guy was in the first pay-per-views. JR did not like him, and then all of a sudden he's gone. Shivani's in, he's gone.
If you get a chance, you need to go back and watch. It was the free pay-per-view, wasn't it?
Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think it was. If you get a chance, go back and check that pay-per-view out. Just to listen to like Ross talking to Alex.
Yeah, he's like, I don't think so, Alex.
I don't know about any of that, Alex.
Yeah, Alex will say something and then JR just completely dismisses it.
You could tell he hated him.
He hates him. He hates him. But yeah, so Pac, so he's beat 2 guys now. I really like Hangman Adam Page. I think he's kind of like the Triple H of AEW. So I hope they,
It's just it's weird that they had him lose his 2 matches.
He's 0-2, man.
And I will say I really like what they're doing with the whole records, and they matter.
Wins and losses matter.
I like what they're doing, and I heard them. They're in WCW's early days. They didn't keep the wins and losses so much, but it was there was like a championship committee that decided.
There were rankings,
right?
There's like contenders, there's champions, there's
Yep.
Yeah.
So
that is cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So, but you want to move on to the next one?
Move on to the next one.
The next one was Riho. She took on Nyla Rose to become, and the winner of this to become the first ever women's AEW champion.
Women's championship match. This was a good match. I like Riho, even though she's tiny and stuff.
Yeah, but I will say this was the most predictable outcome.
Yeah, I would say because you've got they're like, there's no way she can beat her.
Yep.
Nyla Rose though, I believe they were saying she's the first trans athlete.
I didn't know she was.
Yeah, she is. But
that's why she beat Brittany. What's her face?
Yeah.
Because I thought she was going to go on to win it.
I thought so too. But yeah, so they gave the strap to Riho, who is kind of Johnny Omega's project. He's with the the Joshi girls. That's what they call them. I think so. Yeah. The Japanese women wrestlers, but Riho's got the belt. She. I think she won't have it very long. I don't think.
No. Which I was kind of confused. I was kind of confused why they didn't do a tournament with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they did that stupid casino battle royal thing, which was confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I like the whole tournament. I like that idea, and I kind of wish they would done with the world championship belt too. But
yeah, well, and one thing I did notice, the women's championship belt is like this big.
Yeah.
And the men's championship belt is like this big. I'm surprised that there's not some controversy over that.
Yeah.
That women's belt needs to be bigger. The men's one needs to be smaller or something.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of like you could see like Riho. It looks small on Riho, and she's like 95 pounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. They might need to do something about that. But it's cool. They've got the women's division up and rolling. Yeah. There's actually a lot of women in the division.
There is, and there's a lot of women that even if you're not a diehard fan, you have an idea and you know who they are.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not bad. So Riho's first women's championship. We'll see who comes for the belt.
Yeah.
They had that Brittany. What's her name? I can't remember her name. But she was on the announce table. That was one thing I did have a problem with that match. She hardly said anything.
Yeah.
And they kept cutting to her, and she was just staring.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't saying anything. It was kind of weird. It was got kind of awkward.
Yeah.
But then we're getting to the nuts and bolts now here.
Yep. And the main event was Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz, and they took on Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks.
Yep. Being the elite is what they call those three.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Which this one, the end of it was kind of crazy. I didn't really expect that.
Yeah.
I did expect how they kind of, for the story, they screwed over Omega and the Young Bucks.
Yep.
Basically made it, Moxley made his return.
Yep.
After having, the staph infection. He had staph infection. He was out for a little bit. Moxley makes his return. And it wasn't very long into the match.
No.
They hadn't really done much.
It was early.
It was early into the match. Moxley comes out, interferes, takes Kenny Omega out, puts him through a glass table in the VIP area.
Yeah. Yeah, that was That was pretty brutal.
That was pretty brutal. That was really cool.
But thing I thought was weird though, there's just random people standing there.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was, and I understand.
I guess those were the VIPs.
There's people in the back, but it looked kind of goofy.
Oh, it was funny when JR was like, I didn't know there was a VIP section. And then I think Shivani was like, well, there used to be one, and then now they're destroying the whole thing. I thought there was a door there, and Moxley kept banging Omega into the door, and I thought he was going to go through the door, but he just kept smacking against a steel door, man. It was brutal, and then he put him through the glass, which obviously they had the fake glass table there and everything or whatever, like the acting glass or whatever you call it, but. That was still pretty brutal, man.
It was.
It was cool,
I'm just wondering though, this whole Omega and Moxley thing.
Yeah.
Moxley's had his number.
Yeah.
For the most part.
They are going to at Full Gear. They are going to finally put Kenny Omega over.
I think so.
They have to because JR was even, or maybe it was Shivani, was even talking about how he's on a slump.
Yeah.
And all this stuff during the match. They're like, oh, they've been saying Kenny Omega's on a slump.
Yep.
Yada, yada. Especially because he got beat by Pac.
Yeah.
Which, I didn't think that was going to happen.
That was a big surprise.
That was a pretty big surprise. But, Omega, they got to put him over. People say he's the best in the world.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that say he's the best wrestler in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And they've got to, he's got to start winning because he's got to be a babyface. Everybody loves him.
Yep.
And Moxley's going to kind of be the heel, but people still love Moxley.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then you've got like a 3-on-2 situation, the Young Bucks versus, and Santana and Ortiz.
Yep.
They used to be called something in like the indie scene.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was, but they're not allowed to keep their name now.
Right.
So that kind of sucks, but I'm sure they'll come up with another name for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Young Bucks get beat basically, and then it's kind of like a shit show.
Yeah, everything just broke down.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really like remind me of the '90s. Just at the end of the show,
Yeah. Everybody came out from the locker room.
Yeah.
Everybody was fighting. They were beating up Cody. Everybody was out there. It was kind of like a big free for all.
It was,
and that's where they got into kind of that they might be getting into some troubled waters there. With the whole NWO thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I felt like, from Jericho went from nobody to like 8 guys now.
Yeah, so. Yeah. He's got like 8 guys with him. So we're a little worried about that storyline, but
we'll see how it unfolds.
Yeah. Maybe they won't do like NWO.
I will say this. My original pick to win the tag tournament, I thought for sure it was going to be the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it right now. I guarantee Santana and Ortiz cost the Young Bucks their title.
Against who, Pickens?
I don't know.
Against who? Look at this.
What do you got going on over there?
Boy and his dinosaur.
Huh. I don't know if they have it.
They got it.
Have they won a match yet?
They've won thousands of matches.
Oh, okay. Well,
he's a dinosaur with a master's degree, Pickens.
I understand, but
he's a dinosaur with a master's degree.
I didn't give him a win.
And then there's a boy just, he's trying to get his way in a world that he's unfamiliar with. He's just trying to find his way. And then there's that little dude who I don't really know why he's there, but he's there. Okay.
I do think it's going to be somebody you're not expecting. So that could be because the team that beat the Young Bucks.
Oh, the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to get screwed over too.
The Lucha Brothers going to get screwed over?
Yep.
I don't know, man. Well, they gave him that, whatever that other tag team title was.
Yep.
So they had that, so I don't think they're going to win the AEW title. Because they beat the Young Bucks to get the other title in that ladder match.
Yep.
But
I know.
and then Santana and Ortiz, so yeah, you might be right. I don't know.
Yep.
But I hope it's the Jurassic Express.
I don't think they got it.
I think they got it, man. I think they got it. He's got a green mouth. I don't even know how he does it, Pickens. I don't even know how he does that.
I get you.
Is that paint? What is it? Is it dye? Has he got a green mouth all day walking around?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
He's got a master's degree.
Well,
how did he get the master's degree with a green mouth?
Well, I don't know how he's getting a master's degree going in wearing the mask, wearing the dinosaur.
Well, I mean, you don't need your actual face to attain a degree, Pickens.
Well, I'm surprised they let him in there.
They let him right in. He obviously is a large dinosaur, and they just let the man in. He got his master's degree.
I mean, is he housebroken?
He's obviously housebroken. He's got a master's degree, Pickens. I mean, he's fancier than you are.
I don't know if you got to be housebroken to get a master's degree.
Well, is he peeing in the middle of the classroom?
I mean, I don't know. He is a dinosaur.
Well, I mean, he can just kind of do whatever the hell he wants.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Do whatever the hell you want. But yeah, I just hope they're still in the tournament, so I can see them on October 30th.
That would be cool.
Because I'll have this shirt on because it's the only AEW shirt I currently own. But I will have the Boy and His Dinosaur shirt on. I'll be rooting for Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, and
that'd be kind of cool to see him do it.
It would be. I think it'd be really cool. I haven't looked at the bracket who they're in the same bracket with.
See, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think that's starting next week. But overall, for a first show, I give it a B. I'll give it a solid B.
I think I'm gonna go with a B plus.
B plus. Yeah. Throwing the plus in on it.
Yeah, because I mean, it really was a really solid show. And of all the AEW, the ones I've seen, I don't think I haven't seen a bad one.
No,
I mean, to me, what they're doing, it's above what WWE's doing.
It's leaps and bounds above what
just because it's different, and WWE's just getting so stale, and that's what I really love about AEW. They're bringing new people in. They're not just relying on old talent.
Yeah,
and that's all WWE's doing that's why they keep bringing Austin in and all the wrestlers from the Attitude Era, and I love them to death. But what they're doing, AEW's doing something new.
Yeah,
exciting. And maybe it's just the 8-year-old me watching TNT, WCW. But
yeah,
I really like what they're doing, and I think they're going in the right direction. I really do.
Yeah, me and Pickens both were WCW kids, kind of first.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Before we really, I remember watching WWF back. Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, fucking Boink or whatever his name was.
Yep.
I remember watching it with my dad when I was 2 or 3, like 3 or 4 probably.
Yep.
But then once we got into school, it was WCW all the way. Goldberg, DDP. That was kind of life.
It really was. And even toward the end, man, the Filthy Animals. I loved all them, and of course Rock said DDP. I mean, that was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Because I love and the Macho Man and just they had it all. They really did. And the cruiserweight division, it was the most exciting.
Oh yeah,
it was the most exciting thing. And people forget you got Juventud Guerrero. Was it Psychosis?
Yeah.
Of course,
La Parka.
La Parka, the chairman of the WCW. And Ray,
Jericho.
Ray Malenko.
Jericho started out in that.
Jericho did. I mean, you can sit here and name all day cruiserweights that really.
Ray, Billy Kidman, Raven's Flock, all that.
Yep.
That was.
And it was cool last night to see Dean Malenko.
Yeah, he come out. When when they were interfering there, when Jericho was interfering.
Yeah, so he's breaking it up. He helps develop the talent and stuff. So I thought that was cool.
That was cool. Yeah,
man of 1,000 holds.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool to see. But so we got our grades B and B plus.
Yeah.
So guys, we're gonna stay tuned, see what happens at AEW. We're gonna go see it live on October 30th in Charleston, West Virginia.
Yep.
Already got our tickets. Very excited to go to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Maybe we're a little bit blinded by our WCW nostalgia.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
time will tell.
Time will tell, but if you're not blinded by the nostalgia, go down in the comments. Let us know what you think, what you thought of the AEW Dynamite, the first show, Dynamite. And let us know. And if you're not subscribed, please go down, click the subscribe button. And until the next video, later, guys.